Meghan and Prince Harry's first post-royal tour in New York is underway. It kicked off at the One World Trade Center, where they met with the Governor of New York, Kathy Hochul, and Mayor Bill de Blasio. But the day of high-profile meetings continued after they left the skyscraper. The Duke and Duchess of Sussex headed to Midtown East New York City to meet the U.S. Ambassador at the United Nations, Linda Thomas-Greenfield. Opening up on the discussion, the American ambassador wrote on Twitter, "Wonderful meeting with Prince Harry and Meghan, the Duke and Duchess of Sussex. Important discussion of COVID, racial justice, and raising mental health awareness." The ambassador has recently been involved in key talks on the coronavirus crisis, as she hosted with U.S. President Joe Biden health and foreign leaders at the COVID summit which took place on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly. Meghan and Harry powered through their first joint public outing in New York and also attended a roundtable in partnership with the World Health Organization, WHO. They were joined, among others, by the WHO Assistant Director General, Stuart Simonson, Chelsea Clinton and Lois Pace, the Director at the Office of Global Affairs, U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Here, they discussed an issue for which they have been advocating throughout 2021, vaccine equity. Attendees touched upon topics including vaccine access disparity between wealthy and developing nations, the role of the pharmaceutical industry in the jab distribution and ways to create more robust and accurate information on the COVID-19 vaccine. They later issued a statement, reading, "In this room, we had a number of the foremost leaders on public health, pandemic preparedness, scientific progress, and community building. Today's meeting was a much appreciated opportunity to learn from some of the most respected experts who are working tirelessly to end this pandemic. Building on ongoing conversations we've had with global leaders over the past 18 months, today further reinforced our commitment to vaccine equity. We're so encouraged by the spirit of collaboration we heard throughout our conversation and are eager to do our part." Placards positioned in front of the Duke and Duchess of Sussex during the meeting presented their names, titles and the name of their organization, Archwell, suggesting they attended the meeting as its co-founders. Dr. Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus, the WHO's Director General, thanked Meghan and Harry for weighing in the conversation of vaccine equity. He said, "We're grateful to the Duke of Duchess of Sussex for working with us to bring together this critical conversation. We're at an important crossroads for vaccinating the world. It is only with collaboration, coordination, transparency, and creative thinking that we can make it through this pandemic together." Meghan and Harry will remain in New York at least until Saturday, when they will take part in Global Citizens Live. This Live is a 24-hour-long event taking place on different stages around the world, including London. Global Citizens, an organization calling for the end of poverty and the safeguarding of the planet, is aiming with this live to further pressure G7 countries and the European Union in donating at least 1 billion doses of the COVID vaccines to developing countries. This isn't the first time Meghan and Harry collaborate with Global Citizens. In May they became the co-chairs of its Vax Live concert. In this role, they delivered poignant speeches during the event focused on the importance of sharing vaccines in order to end the pandemic and build back a better society. But they also wrote an open letter to big pharmaceutical companies, asking them to share COVID-19 vaccines with developing countries.